Void.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Trackside Broadcasting, and welcome to the finale of Season 12. 7 races all over Europe has led us up to this point tonight. And tonight we find out which drivers to take home the championships of each of their classes. It is, of course, race 8 of 8, and we have a fantastic track to finish it off, everybody. Everybody has heard about this track in one way or another, and I can't wait to see how these guys get on tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Germany, and we are racing the Nurburgring. See, I told you it was a good one. As always, though, before we get started here on Trackside, we just want to thank everybody at the Tanzo Racing Group for letting us bring you all of the action again tonight and throughout this entirety of this season. And of course, to our sponsors, Spectra Racing, Clark St. James Motorsport, and Murby Goes, who have helped bring this season all together. But with that said, it's been a whole 7 days, and I need some more racing. I'm not getting any more GT3s for a little while, so let's make the most of it. As always, though, I cannot do this on my own. I need my right-hand man next to me, and someone who got me involved in this commentating gig in the very first place, a very good friend of mine, and someone who I cannot do this without. So let's please say good evening, or maybe it should be a guten Abend, as we are in Germany. But either way, we're going to say hello and get him in here. Mr. Jimmy Marshall, how are you doing this evening, sir?
I am doing absolutely fantastically. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Mate, I am fine. I'm a little bit sad. It's the end of season 12, but we have got a heck of a race tonight, and I cannot wait to get started. Jimmy, it's the Nurburgring. We're here, finally. I've been looking forward to this all season. How are you feeling about it?
I mean, it's got to be the most famous racetrack of all time. I mean, dare I say it? I mean, it's up there with Spa and Monza and that lot, but I mean, I think everyone knows about the Nurburgring. Everyone knows the infamous Green Hell, as it was nicknamed back a long time ago, and it is just such a awesome racetrack. I think there's literally nothing else like it. It's its own beast, and it's just so awesome. And
No,
I'm really looking forward to this race. I think this was the one, like the whole season, where we're like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. I'm really looking forward to this one.
it was the one where when I saw the track list for this season, Jimmy, right before race week 1 and we got started, this was one of the ones I was really looking forward to. I was gutted that it was 8 races away, though. It is a phenomenal track, isn't it? Look, we're doing about 26 kilometers, 16 miles a lap tonight, over 170 corners. I cannot wait to see what is going to go happening out there. But Jimmy, before we get on with all of that, do you want to quickly remind everybody how it works here in the Tanzo Racing Group?
Absolutely. So we are on race 8 of 8 tonight. So it is the finale of the season, and yeah, what a racetrack to end it on. I think we couldn't have picked a more perfect ending racetrack to use. But qualifying is potentially a little bit different. So we've got 15 minutes qualifying, and then I believe we might have another 10 minutes qualifying afterwards for the drivers to get an extra lap in as well. Or as you see James there going a little bit wide and tapping the barrier. So yeah, it's an 8-minute lap around this track, so there's not a whole lot of time to get your laps in. So there's a little extra bit of qualifying after that. But anyway, after the qualifying, we're on to the usual 5-minute break for the drivers. Little 5-minute warm up they can use to get a bit of extra practice in, grab a cup of tea, whatever they need to do before the race starts. And then after that 5 minutes up, we are on to the 60-minute race.
60 minutes around the Nurburgring, Jimmy. There is not a lot of time. There's not a lot of time for some laps there, is there? We're not going to get too many of those completed tonight. Shall we jump down to track and have a little look how everybody's getting on, though, in this qualifying?
Absolutely, and yeah, I think we need to. One little theme we've had throughout the entire series is doing an onboard lap for the to see what the guys at home so they can see what the drivers are going through. We will not be doing it on this track because
I was waiting to see what you would say about that one, Jimmy. What I was going to suggest to you is maybe we'll just jump on board with different drivers here, there, and everywhere throughout tonight's race, so we can see different parts of the track from everybody's perspective. Yeah, maybe we'll get a little bit of fighting on from a cockpit view as well.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we won't
Don't
be able to
worry,
do
I
onboard, but
was
yeah, we'll utilize the different camera angles and we'll get some very nice shots for you so you guys can see.
No, 100%, Jimmy. I was not going to make you do an 8-minute onboard lap round here, especially as well because I think the expectation from some of these guys would you to be able to name all of the corners as well as they go, and I'm not even going to attempt that tonight.
Yeah, I think I'd struggle to name one corner to be honest. Like, it's one of those tracks that. Yeah, I mean, what is it? Over 170 plus corners. So, I mean, trying to remember the names of all of that is going to be.
Yeah, not a chance, Jimmy. It's like I said, it's 26 kilometers long, 16 miles, roughly about 16 miles a lap, over over 170 corners. That does vary depending on which layouts we're doing, but either way, you're getting about 170 laps. 170 laps. Now that would be a lot of time out here. 170 corners. Sorry, it really is.
Oh, he's
Oh
beached
dear.
himself. He's
Is
beached
that
himself on the
Tim?
curb.
Is that Tim stuck on the? No, is that not? It's not Tim. I do apologise.
Is that Tim? I think that might be Tim actually,
Is
because
that Tim stuck on the barrier on the curb there?
yeah, because it's the Jameses have a
No,
different livery, don't they? Oh, that is
it's
Vardigan's. That
James
is
Vardigan's.
Vardigan's.
No, it's Vardigan. Sorry, yes, not sorry, Tim. Do apologise, but no, that's James Vardigan's there stuck and seems to be
I think
trying to
at
get
that point,
himself out there.
at that point, just tow, tow back to the pits and then accept the loss
No,
there. I mean,
I
I
tell
don't
you,
think.
he's determined. He's determined. See, can he spin it round like GTA style, Jim? You know what I mean?
I mean, I
But
think we need
no.
to cut back. I really want to check back in towards the end of qualifying, see if he's still there.
If he sits there for these next 4 minutes, Jimmy, I'm going to be slightly impressed at the determination to get off. But come on, you're not really going to get another lap in, are you? At 8 minutes a lap, we're running out of time.
Yeah, to Paul in the YouTube chat, it's close qualifying, so they are on their own on track at the moment. So sadly, there's no one to give them a little push to help them get out.
Yeah, no one
But,
can see him, Paul. No one can see him at all. And by the way, hello everybody who has decided to join us for our season 12 finale tonight. Hello to those guys who's already dropped us a comment. Andrew M, Let's Go Joseph, Marshmallow. Can't park that there, sir.
yeah, can't park there, sir.
Marshmallow, good to see you
Oh, the
again.
oh, classic.
Proper regular is Marshmallow with us. He joins us for most races as and when he can, and he's very vocal usually. Usually calls myself or Jim out from time to time on what we say. So,
Keeps
Marshmallow
us humble.
season
Keeps us
finale.
humble.
Keeps us humble, keeps me on my toes though. It keeps me on my toes. But no, Jimmy, 8 minutes, 8 minutes a lap. They're really not going to get many chances out there, are they? They're going to get like one chance, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. You might be able to get 2 laps in just about, but I think it's going to be a tough ask, and I think that's why we've got the extra. I believe it is an extra 10 minutes at the end of this, so they can get one more lap in.
They're
If
going to
they,
need that extra time, because if they make a mistake, end up off track like Vardigans was doing, I wonder how he's getting on at the current moment. No, but it really is going to ruin the lap, and it's going to sit him right at the back of qualifying. So that extra 10 minutes is pretty crucial, isn't it, Jim?
oh yeah, absolutely, and yeah, I mean, because you think you make one mistake around here and that's it, yeah, you're basically out. And I mean, it's a tough track to overtake on, but there are some really good overtaking opportunities, especially in the second half of the track. Um, so I don't know. I don't think it'd be the worst thing if you're stuck at the back. I mean, it is a tough circuit, so there's going to be a bit of a skill difference working your way up through the field. So you might be able to get some easy moves done. You might be able to work your way through. But I think this bit here, this at the towards the end of the track down the straight, this is where I think most of the overtaking is going to be happening if it does, because you just get so much slipstream. Like, there's no way that you can't overtake the car in front of you.
So fast down there, aren't they, Jim? They can really gain some serious speed around this track, and this is a track to showcase that as well.
Yeah, I love this little bit here where you like just dabbing on the brakes, and then the car's just so unsettled as it's just bouncing through these corners.
You
And
can
then
really see that, can't you, from the
yeah,
reaction from the driver there.
it just comes so light as you're going through there, and you don't want to lock up, because if you lock up, you're going so fast into the wall. So you're kind of just riding the brake just a small amount, trying to get it slowed down through those through those corners, and it's such a fun part of the track, but it is definitely scary. And then this bit here, we're now onto the GP part of the circuit, and I don't think we're going to quite get a lap around there. A few drivers just, I think they've lost their lap time, so they're just, yeah, just out
Oh,
there waiting.
lost the
Oh,
track as well there by the look of it there from Aaron Sparks.
yeah, it's difficult because it's like on a track like this, I mean, you'll want to push because you want to start in first place, right? But at the same time, it's like if you're pushing and you make one tiny mistake over the 170 plus corners, then that's your lap scuppered. So I think like,
I do agree with you on that one, Jimmy. But I think we need to apply the same rule that we do every week. There is 60 minutes of racing ahead of them. If they scupper it early, that is probably the best time. We say each and every week, don't we? And I'm going to stand by it, Jimmy. They've got plenty of time to catch themselves back up, but it's a difficult one out there. It really is going to be one of the, it's the way I'm looking at it. It's going to be a very different kind of race tonight, purely just because of where we are alone.
yeah, I think there's no way to tell what's going to happen because it's so different from the rest of the tracks we've had this season. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye.
No,
And little message
absolutely, we
from
will.
Andrew M in the chat there. How is England doing this evening? I think it's been quite a nice little day today, hasn't it? It's been nice and cool. There's been a nice cool breeze in the air, which is
Uh,
needed on a hot day like this. At least it has
well,
been down there.
no, yeah, it's definitely been sitting around. It's been sitting around about the mid-20s since the afternoon. 20 degrees there for you, Andrew. You'll have to figure that out in your weird kind of degrees that you all call it over there. But no, Jimmy, I am now just being told that we aren't actually going to be
68
having that
degrees.
heat two.
Oh, we're not
Sorry,
having
Jimmy.
heat too.
No, we are not going to go into heat two. So we have gone straight into the warm-up now. So there's about 4 minutes before we go. Shall we have a look at qualifying then, see how these guys did do, if they did indeed manage to get a full lap round there?
Certainly can do. All right, let's take a little look in a moment's time. But in the 90s over there in America, 94% humidity. Oh, that's brutal. But just quickly, the qualifying order of the race will go as follows: Michael Gray leading the way in P1, followed by Adam Wilson-Weir, Tim Reed, Otto Karas, first of the pros but fourth place overall. Joseph Greathouse, fifth of the AMs. Well, first of the AM, sorry, but fifth overall. What a great lap time from those lot. Then we've got Craig Corish, Quinton Clumpert, Sam Dowes, Joshua Higgy, Ryan Clark, Matt Massey, Christopher Haynes, Aaron Sparks, John Harley, Phil Giles, Casper Roost, James Moore, and James Vardigans. And I believe that might be all 18 cars out on track. So a fair few not being able to get times in there, but I think we're seeing a lot of the elites kind of up near the top, and then yeah, a mixture of the pros and the AMs further down.
No, we really, really are. That such long lap really does impede people. It's like I said earlier, Jim, isn't it? It's one of them. If you mess it up, you're not going to get another chance. And we did think they were going to get one initially, but it seems like they're not. So, a few minutes left to get any kind of any kind of extra track time that they can out of here. They're not obviously going to get a full lap. Let's Phil Giles spin it around. Spin it around now, Phil. Don't do it during the race. We want to see you have a good race tonight. We want to see you finish off with no incidents this week. Come on, my mate. But Jimmy, before we do get into the race, obviously in a couple of minutes' time, do you want to let everybody at home know what is also up for grabs tonight, as it is a season finale? So this is what they are fighting for. Do you want to let everybody know?
Yep, so we have a prize pool up for grabs at the end of this season. We have £150 up for grabs as the total prize pool, with £50 going to first place of each class. So we have £50 going to the P1 of the elites, then we have another 50 going to the P1 of the pros, and then the final 50 going to the P1, the winner of the AMs. So it's a nice little prize pool, and this is the final race of the season. So this is where points are going to be the most crucial, because it is very close on some of those scoreboards, points wise. So yeah, I think some of the drivers, hopefully they got some good practice in. Hopefully they've been practicing their pit stops as well. We've seen that that kind of affects people's races quite badly, because about halfway through suddenly you get a black flag, then you're losing 20-30 seconds because of it, and yeah, it's not good for your points.
No, it really, really isn't, Jim. I'm just looking at the leaderboards now, and we will get into this obviously during the race. But I think looking at the points, Jim, I'm sure you'll agree. I think one of the classes is pretty much wrapped up. The other two, potentially see what happens there, because that could potentially change.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's still anyone's game for the most part throughout the whole. And obviously, people aren't just fighting for those P1s, isn't it? I mean, you obviously want to get the best spot possible. So yeah, it's not all about the P1s. It's about all the grid order all the way through. But I think whether you come first or last, I think it's fair to say that I don't think we've seen anyone that's been particularly poor this season. I think everyone has kind of put on a really good show, like did their absolute best, and yeah, I think we've seen some incredible drives throughout the entire field throughout this entire season. So it's been really nice to see, and yeah.
No, if I could just chirp in on that one as well, Jimmy, I've got to completely agree with you. And I've said it in previous races, like watching these guys, how they progressed over the last season, couple of seasons before that, since we've been here with them, obviously with Trackside. It's great to see. And this is why I really, really love doing this, because these guys, first of all, they're a great bunch of guys. I know you've raced with some of them as well. Like, I can't say I have. I haven't had the pleasure just yet. But no, these guys, such a great group of guys, such a great bunch of drivers as well, Jimmy. I love to see them all out there racing each and every Monday night.
Yeah, I love seeing it, and yeah, they are a really, really great group of guys here. I mean, obviously you've not raced with them yourself, but I mean you've been in the group chats, and yeah, it's
Oh, the
yeah.
group chats are absolutely brilliant as well. When you guys know that you're not on stream and you're going out to YouTube, and anybody who wants to watch us and see how they get on, the chats are very, very funny. Probably wouldn't air on YouTube if I'm completely honest with you guys as well.
No,
Just sitting
I,
in and listening to you all, but there you go.
right. So all the cars are lining up on the grid, ready to go, and yeah, once everyone's in position, we're going to do a little short parade lap around to give everyone a bit of time to get some heat in their tires. And then as the safety car will dip into the pit lane, and then it's down to our leader, Michael Gray. As soon as he crosses the start-finish line, that is go, go, go for the drivers.
No, it's going to be an interesting one. We're around about on the back straight somewhere, aren't we, at the moment, Jim? So we'll see that safety car peel in, and then yeah, I can't wait to see this race get started. I am just glad though they are not doing a full lap under the safety car to start off with, because I don't know if I genuinely could have waffled for 8 minutes, Jimmy. Not even
Well,
8 minutes, because we would have been at safety car pace.
yeah, safety car pace, so it would have been closer to about 20, it's about 15,
Yeah,
20 minutes to go around the base lap. That would have
YouTube,
been,
you should be thankful that you didn't have to listen to either of us there for the next 20 minutes while these guys do all this and get ready for the lap. But no, we've got a little short run down the back straight before we get going there, Jim. It's going to be a good one. It's such a great track again. Absolutely love it. Remember, guys, 26 kilometers long, 170 corners over that. We're at the Nurburgring.
yeah, it's such an absolute classic, and it's I mean, they call it the Green Hell for a reason because it is such a scary track to drive in as well. I mean, from that little onboard that we saw earlier, you could see like on the fastest part of the track, as soon as you start to brake, the car is so unsettled, and it's just kind of like that all the way throughout, and that's part of the fun of it. That's part of why it's such a great circuit. Um, yeah, it's a dangerous circuit, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a reason they don't use the GP circuit anymore for the Formula One. Obviously, if anyone's watched any of the Formula One movies from the old stuff and the documentaries and that film Rush, you would have seen why. Well, one of the reasons as to why it's a really dangerous track. I think it was around about the end of the 60s or 70s, Jimmy, if you can remember who said it. The Green Hell, they called this track. I can't remember the name off my tongue.
It wasn't Jackie Stewart, was it?
It might have been Jackie Stewart, to be fair. The name does sound like it would match something Jackie would say, if I'm completely honest with you. Not that I know him or anything like that, only from what I've seen. Just make it sound like Jackie Stewart and me have a little chats on the side. No, we absolutely do not. The Green Hell, no, I think you are right. I've just checked it, Jimmy. It was Jackie Stewart. And I was right around about the time, 68. I thought it was around about the 60s, 70s when it was.
Ah, nice, nice.
There you go. So Jack Stewart named it the Green Hell, and you'll all see why. There you go. Safety car is peeled in, Jimmy. So we're gonna get going any moment now.
Yep, so as soon as those lights go at the top of your screen, that'll be when they are underway. So they're coming up to that start finish line any second now at crawling pace, all bunched up together, and they are off. That is Michael Gray getting a great start there, followed by Tim Reed as well. He also got a very good start, getting almost alongside Adam Wilson-Weir in P2 position, but now he backs out slightly and stays alongside Otto Karas going in there. 3 wide further behind into those first couple corners, but they all keep it very well together. No accidents we're seeing so far that I can see on the screen, and yeah, it looks like they are now underway through the Nurburgring.
So, Jimmy, right as you said, there was no incidents just there. We've just seen someone go wide. I think that's Ryan Clark, and I
And
think
Matt
he's
Massey as
he's
well.
taken Matt Massey with him as well. That is, I'll tell you, curse to the commentator, Jimmy. I thought you got past it there. I was just
I
about
shouldn't
to
have
say
said it
we
out loud, should I? I shouldn't have
I
said it
was
out
going to
loud.
say, Jimmy, we were going more like 4 or 5 wide right at the start of that. There were so many cars everywhere. But look, let's have a look what happens here. Ryan Clark in the center of the trail that you can see there with Casper Roost just on the side of him there. So Ryan goes round, carries on across the grass, and we know who he's going to collect.
Nothing he could
Hello,
do
Matt
at that
Massey.
point.
You're coming with me. That is
Oh,
so unfortunate. You can't really blame Ryan for that. He's obviously holding his brakes, but going sideways across that grass, he's got not a chance in hell. And he's just collected Matt Massey and took him with him. That is so unfortunate. Matt, no time at all to react on that one, Jimmy.
no, I mean, I think there's nothing you can do. I mean, you don't really expect a car to come flying at you to the side of your car, but yeah, I
No,
mean,
not at all.
that'd be a tough decision for the stewards to have a look at that one. But yeah, Marshmallow, I agree with you. That is brutal, especially this early on in the race, because having to tow back to pit lane as well because you got damage, you're gonna have to wait such a long time.
It's not going to be an easy race from tonight. You really got to be locked in round here. You say this is it's a dangerous track in real life. On here, Jimmy, these guys driving it. Obviously, lives are not at risk, but incidents like that very much are, and that could be a decider if your race is going to even really begin tonight. I think.
Yeah, and I think one person I'm looking at right now.
Oh,
Oh,
Casper
Casper
as he goes
Ruse.
round. Oh, we'll have another look at that one again in a second's time. That is unfortunate from Casper there as he joins us again this week racing. Love
I
to
think just
see
pushing a little
him out
hard on
there.
those cold tyres, isn't he?
No, way too hard on this kind of track too quickly there. Plenty of time. Look, we're not even at lap 1, Jimmy, and we're not going to be out of it for about another 5-6 minutes or so yet. And
Nice little tidy move there from Tim Reed in the Aston Martin there, which is not his usual car. I think it's worth noting. What car was he in previously? Was he a Lamborghini man?
do you
Or
know
was he in the
what?
Ferrari? I can't
I
remember.
cannot remember. Ferrari sounds like it might have been right. I'm sure it may have been, but that one, if anyone in the comments section can have a look back and let us know what Tim Reed was racing in last week, massively appreciate.
Oh,
Aaron Sparks there, I think that was going round as well, Jimmy, just in front of Raymond, who was lucky not to be collected. Raymond's ended up on the wall in the middle of the gravel there.
yeah, they're really pushing hard on those cold tyres, and this is not a track where you can really afford to be pushing that hard. I think, like I always say, drive to about 95% of your ability for the first few laps if you can. That way, you're not likely to make a mistake, and give your tyres a bit of time to heat up, get used to the track, get used to how the car feels on the heavy fuel, and get back out there. So let's take a look at
So
what
this is
happened.
Casper's incident a moment ago, I believe, Jimmy. So we're gonna have a look round. He just gets in the back end, comes around him on that corner.
Yeah,
As he
just
comes
going a
around the
little bit too
corner,
hot there.
way too hot, way too fast for those cold temperature tires. And we'll have a look what happened to Aaron because I saw it off screen. Lucky not to collect Raymond there. I think Raymond sees it, moves
Yeah.
away. Aaron goes round and he's going to hit that wall a couple of times. I know that. There you go. Right across
Oh, it's
it.
the front bumper
Front
gone.
bumper's
Oh, is that
off.
the rib?
It's going to be a
Spoiler
lot of
stays
damage
on.
there. Spoiler
Yeah, but
stays on, but he's got a lot of damage there. Is he
it's a lot of
saved out?
damage, but on a track like this, the spoiler is the most important thing that you want to have on your car. If that spoiler is gone, you are crashing 100% of the time. But the
Oh,
fact it's
you are
still
not
on
being
there,
pushed at.
at least he'll be able to drive back to the pits.
No,
I think that's what's crucial.
absolutely. Absolutely. If you ain't got that spoiler pushing you down off that track, Jimmy, and catching that air and pushing it away, you are absolutely buggered, I think. Something I have noticed though as well, Sam Duez seems to have popped into the pits. Did he come out at all? Because he seems quite a way behind.
I think
I
I
didn't.
think
I
he might
didn't.
have towed back to the pits. I think he maybe got damaged early on. But just quickly in the YouTube chat, good evening, Baz. How you doing? How's it all going? Tim's usually in the BMW. Ah, okay. So yeah, so he's got a different car, which might be is that a little time penalty coming his way? I mean, the drivers know they're not allowed to change cars throughout the season. But
It's a naughty one, Jimmy. But it's race 8. If he's not fighting for anything, then we'll see. But can't see very much there. Tim Reed, Tokyo drifting it around
oh,
the
big trip
corner.
around there. Keeps it just enough out the barriers. Probably got like a little bit of damage on the front, but I think he should be pretty okay with that one. Look at this massive battle between Joseph and Otto here. They are fighting hard and pushing those cars as hard as they can. I mean, for a pro and an am to be battling up with the elites there, these guys are having a phenomenal race at the moment.
Joseph Greathouse, let's be honest, Jimmy, he's lived up to his name, really. He's been great all season long. He's been P1, P2 consistently across qualifying and racing all season. And we usually find someone in maybe a lower class than we think they should be. And I think this season, that's got to be Joseph Greathouse. He has performed phenomenally, constantly fighting with elite, constantly fighting with pros, and not just moving out their way for him either when they do finally get on him. He's given them something to battle against before letting them go past.
Yeah, I think both of those guys, Otto as well, needs to be bumped up a class each because Otto's been up there consistently with the elites, and Joseph, yeah, he's been up there with the pros and the elites at the best of times. He's having he's had a blinder of a season. Another comment from Valeria Zanato in the YouTube chat as well. Good luck, Christopher. Take it easy and try not to crash. And yeah, good luck to everyone out there as well. But little good luck from Valeria there in the YouTube chat. What else we got?
Marshmallow's come back, and I've always said great house by name, great racer by nature. Marshmallow, I do completely agree with you, but I do actually think that's the first time that you've wrote that, and I'm going to call you out. You are a regular here, so
You know, I respect it. I respect it. And
no, absolutely accurate statement, though, not to take anything away from any driver at all. But no, like I said, Joseph Greathouse to me has been phenomenal this season. But again, Otto Karis has been as well. Jimmy, all these drivers have been phenomenal. And that actually brings me on to something, Jimmy. As always, we're going to do driver of the day later on, and we will get to that a little bit later. But you've got what? Just under 54 minutes to think about it. And you guys at home, let me know as well later on in the chat. Have a think about it. Who has been your driver of the season? Who have you been most impressed by? Maybe it's progression. Maybe it's one race that's really stood out for you guys in particular. And this applies to you as well, Jim. Have a think about it. We'll get to it a little bit later on. But I want to know, who is your driver of the season this season? Can be absolutely anybody from any class. Please let us know in the comments. And Jimmy, I will come back to you on that one later as well. All right.
yeah, I've got a few names already in mind for driver of the season. As you see, both the Jameses there battling hard and getting past Phil Giles there. I think now he's got Tim Reed right on the back bumper of him. I think he might have did he just tap him on the back bumper there? But
I'm not too sure. I'm not
I
too
think they're
sure if
right.
he did there, Jim, but they seem to be both all right. But James Moore and James Vardigans, as always, sticking together. The Jameses out there.
Yeah, and this is interesting part of the track because yeah, I think going too wide through these final sector of corners is going to be a little bit sketchy. So I think it's probably going to be in Phil's best interest to just tuck in behind and follow Tim Reed through, and he might be able to use the
I,
tow
ge-
from Tim to catch back up to the rest of the pack.
I thought he was about to do that literally as you said it, Jim. I was about to say that's the beauty of the commentator's curse. Sometimes it goes in your favour. But there you go, Jimmy. We are 8.5 minutes in. We are just starting lap 2. I
Yeah,
just
it's
saw
a
Michael Gray cross the line, and he's obviously set the fastest lap out there crossing over in P1 at the moment. But no, that just really shows you how long it does take. What, 8 minutes and 30 seconds, I think it took before we got to that first lap. And it is going to get a little bit quicker, but don't expect it to drop below the 8-minute mark, guys. If you haven't actually watched a race out here before, or indeed actually seen a full lap round here, because not many people can do it much quicker in these kind of cars. So
what was
Adam
it?
Wilson
Adam Wilson
Weir.
where? Has he had a big hit with the wall that we've
So let's go back
we've
and have a
missed?
look. It looks like he
Oh, he had
has, yeah.
a couple hits with the wall. So this is basically the start of his second lap. Comes around and oh, I think his wheel disconnects.
It looks like it
Yeah,
because he's
that looks
just
like his
he
wheels
hasn't turned
disconnected.
away.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for the for the last race of the season, and yeah, being in second place as well. That's yeah, that's absolutely brutal. I think he's going to be a bit miffed with that one. Yeah, he's out of the race now. I mean, I guess to an extent, it adds to the realism when you get a a wheel failure, because I mean, it kind of reminds me of like just getting a general mechanical failure in your car as you're going around. Happens to the best of them, and sadly, it
Oh,
can
sorry.
take you out the race. But yeah, you
Sorry.
got a feel for Adam there.
No, you
Oh, his
really have,
PC
Jimmy.
crashed.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah, apparently he just put it in the Discord. Adam's
Oh,
PC's just crashed.
that is
Oh,
unfortunate. But sorry, Jimmy. Just while you were saying that, Tim Reed making another move up the field, getting the move done past James Vardigan's nice and easily there. We're just on board with Michael Gray at the moment. We'll stick with him for a couple of laps just so you guys can see how it does feel and how it does look for them all out there. But Jimmy, it's a great track, isn't it? We've said it so many times already, but it really, really is. I don't think you can tell anybody enough until they see it for themselves how great it is.
yeah, but it's so sketchy. I mean, like looking at the onboard here from Michael Gray, like almost every other corner is just a blind corner, blind apex. Everything's like a hill. Like you just can't see anything. Like look right now, is it a left-hander or a right-hander? And you kind of just got to go flat out and then hope that you remember where you're going. And yeah, oh, it's very
I
very
tell you,
tight in there.
one thing you can really see is how much this track throws around these cars. I don't think I've seen Michael Gray so twitchy on a wheel in any race so far, but this just shows how much it is. The elevation on this track is because of the size of it is phenomenal in certain areas. It is absolutely massive, and you're seeing it on the corners as well. They're just throwing you left and right. You're going up and down on the straights and up and down the hills. It's going mad out there. It really, really is. I've only done it a few times, and it takes it out of you as well. So I reckon after 60 minutes, Jim, these guys are going to be absolutely knackered.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see like they're literally getting air into some parts of the track. Oh, what's happened to Otto here? So he was having a great little run with Joseph Greathouse. And
I
then,
think
oh,
we've
he
just
goes a
lost
bit
it.
wide, gets on the grass. Oh, does he keep it out the
Yeah.
wall? Heavy on the brakes, but
No, I
then he's
don't
kind
think
of
he
blocking a
is.
lot of the track.
Yeah.
Oh, big hit there. Keeps the rear off though, so he's still got that downforce. That's going to help him. Hopefully, he can get back running and then see if he can get into the pits and get that fixed.
There you go. A couple of drivers getting past him with no issue whatsoever there either. Oh, we're going to see something else here. Is this Joseph Greathouse or what's happened to him? We saw him go past a moment ago.
Oh,
Gets on
just
the
gets on the
curb.
curb on the
Oh,
inside. Rear goes around. What happens? Oh, big hit to the back. But again, yeah, car's still all in one piece. Car's still all in one piece. They can get going again. Let's see.
you can do indeed. So
Oh, does he
back
lose it
end
again?
stages. I think he's caught it again, hasn't he? But he
Oh,
manages.
caught it
Does
with
he
the
save
brakes.
it off
Got it
the
with the brakes.
wall?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
does.
saved it just off the wall there.
That has got
Joseph
to be
Greathouse.
it's got to be a clenching moment for those drivers, hasn't it?
No,
And
it really, really has. But he's dropped down though. He did qualify P1 and started there for his class, Jimmy. He's now down to P4 in class. But I am going to speak about it a little bit, Jimmy. We can all we've obviously had a look at the leaderboards. He's had a great season, hasn't he? Joseph Greathouse is looking real good to win his class tonight, I think.
yeah, I think he's definitely the front runner at the moment. But again, it's anyone. It's all to play for. Anyone's game. And
No, it really, really is, and it could change. I'm just saying, at the moment, he is the front runner, I think, for his class at the minute.
yeah, we've already had what is it, 4 or 5 cars have to pit already, so I think it could all just chop and change at any moment. Harry Price in the YouTube chat as well. Craig for the win, and I mean, yeah, he's 15 seconds off of P1, but as as we've seen, I mean, what was it? Joseph Greathouse was about 30 seconds ahead of the rest of his field, and now he's kind of in the mid pack at the moment. So anything really, really does happen around here. Like one little mistake, because it is a very, very unforgiving track.
No, I'll tell you what, Jimmy, and don't ask me which corner it is because I know you know which one. You know the one with the really big bank. I don't know. I can't tell you the name of it. I am
The
sorry. I did
carousel.
try and look. The carousel. Thank you. It just would not leave my brain and get to my mouth that word. Thank you. At one point, if we can try and catch it, I'd love to get a POV on that one from the driver's perspective because that is a huge embankment on there. We saw it a minute ago, just as some of the cars came round. But it is a great spot on the track. It's one of my favourites, even though I didn't remember the name.
Yeah, it's just such an iconic corner, that one. But like, it's you always think of it as just being like a nice little smooth, like, oh, you dip into it, you ride it round, and then you like come back out and you're flying, and because you carried all that momentum through. But then when you're actually in the car and you go around it, you're like, ah, as you like
Oh, here we
crunch
go. Here we
onto it, and you
go.
hear the car scraping all the way along, and you bottom
Oh,
out as you kind of go over it, and it's just like, it looks so beautiful and there's so much fun off board. But when you're actually driving, it's such a brutal corner.
well, I'll tell you what,
Absolutely,
Matt
it is
Massey
so much fun.
absolutely nailed it there. But yeah, when you do mess that one up, that corner is absolutely horrific. And I think I've skimmed the top of that top of the carousel more times than I've gone round it successfully.
Absolutely.
But
And sorry, I just got to give I just seen Jordan's comment in the YouTube. Thank you both for
yeah,
your great coverage of this season. Yeah, thank you so much, Jordan. It's really appreciated to hear comments like that.
no, that is of course our very own Jordan Butler, not joined us tonight. As he said, he is gutted that he's missing out on this one. But come on, to all the rest of the Spectra lads, no, thank you, Jordan, for that one. It is always a pleasure and a privilege calling these races each and every week, and I love every single moment of it. So thank you, even though it's not tonight, but for being a part of that, mate. And thank you from all of us at Trackside for that one. But Jimmy, let's have a breakdown from lap 2. We're just over 16 minutes into this race, coming up to that point. Let's have a look from top to bottom, shall we? So, leading the way in P1 overall, leading the way for the elites, we've got Michael Gray, followed on there by Joshua Higgy in P2, about 16 seconds behind. So he's got some time to catch up if Michael's not going to run away with this one. Craig Corish, a couple of seconds behind, about a second and a half in P3. Otto Karras then leading the way for the pros, P4 overall, but P1 in class, followed by Quinton Clumpert down in P2. Tim Reed behind there, making his way up the leaderboard. 2 very fast pros in front of him, though. Is he going to be able to get past them to catch up with the rest of them? That's something we're going to have to look at. But Tim Reed's currently sitting in P4 in class at the moment, P6 out on track. Christopher Haynes leads the way, P7 out on track, P1 for the AMS. Christopher Haynes leading the way, followed by James Moore and James Vardigans taking up the rest of the podium spots. The two James not leaving each other alone. Phil Giles then sits P3 for the pros, taking up your last podium spot for those guys, followed on by John Harley with Raymond Van Sutphen behind him. Joseph Greathouse sitting in P13, followed by Matt Massey, Casper Roost, Aaron Sparks, Adam Wilson Weir, who is obviously lost, and Sam Dewis and Ryan Clark sitting at the back of the pack for now.
Yeah, so we're just seeing Joseph Greathouse dipping into the pit lane to get his damage fixed. So I imagine he's going to do his fast repair, and then he'll be back underway, hopefully not losing too much time, and yeah, using the rest of that 43, 42 minutes left to go to catch back up to hopefully where he was before in his eyes, hopefully. And yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on his progression, but. Yeah, I didn't know if I really saw many other people dipping into the pit lane. Here's Casper Roost. Let's see what's happened to him. Comes around the corner, goes a little bit wide. Oh, goes very, very wide. I think he got a little bit much more speed through there than he ideally wanted to, and doesn't pit though. Strangely.
Okay, flew straight past the pit, missing the front end of his car there, as we all just saw. Wonder why, Jimmy. Wonder why. You think he's going to give
Yeah.
it a lap, see how he gets on, and if it's still causing him any issues, he'll diving on the next one. Obviously, he's 8 minutes away, so he's got a lot of time to test it out. But that could end up pretty bad for him there.
Yeah, I mean, on a track like Monza or or like what else? What other ones have we done this season? Like or like Daytona or so. When it's like 2 minutes a lap, you can afford to kind of go, I'll give it a lap, see what my grip is like. But when, when you're doing over 8 minutes, that's essentially you doing like 3 or 4 normal laps of a normal race to see
No,
what your
yeah,
grip is like with a bit of damage. I think at that point I wouldn't even risk it. I'd just be dipping straight into the pits.
no, I think absolutely, especially if I was right there next to him as well, I'd have to be coming in. But Jimmy, we have been this season so far. Just to remind you, we've been to Spa, we've been to Monza, we've been to Zandvoort, one of my favourites. We've been to Imola, we have done the Red Bull Ring, we have been to Barcelona. Obviously, last week one of your favourites, we was at the Algarve. We've had a great season this season, haven't we? Really treated some great tracks out there and a lot of variety as well.
Yeah, it has been an absolutely phenomenal season, and yeah, big shout out to Sean as well for putting the whole season together, and yeah, hopefully speedy recovery for him, and yeah, big shout out to Sean.
No, absolutely. Get well, Sean. We do all miss you. We'd love to have you back, but make sure you recover yourself fully before you even think about it, mate. All right. But no, Jimmy, back to the race at the minute. 20 minutes in, 40 minutes left to go. Pit stops. Now, with this one, obviously, with it being the Nurburgring, such a long lap at just over 8 minutes long. There's a lot to do out there. The way I'm looking at it, you want to be quick around there, but you want to be efficient. So, do you think fuel's going to play a major factor in this kind of race?
No, I think everyone's going to go flat out, and they'll do 1 lap extra fuel just so you're safe, and then I think that'll be it. I don't think you'd really want to be taking risks because of the length of the track.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
what I was
fuel
thinking
saving's
because
not really going to help too much, I don't think. I mean, obviously, I haven't done any GT3 runs to test it out to see if it would be beneficial. But I mean, say you had like, I don't know, your fuel was indicating that you could do 0.9 of a lap. You could probably start thinking like, okay, well, be doing like little bits of lift and coast here, see if I can get that up to 1 extra lap of fuel from the off go, and then see if you
well,
can last that extra lap. But
see, that's the way I was looking at it, and that's why I couldn't really figure out what would be best. The way I was looking at it, like I said, I don't do the Nurburgring a lot. It's just one of those tracks I love to do, but I don't go there as much as I really should do. If I'm trying to save fuel, I run that risk of running out of fuel. If I add the fuel and add the lap and add the extra lap, that's a lot of fuel. We're not talking like a minute and a half lap here, even 2 minutes. We're talking an 8 minute lap. That's a lot of fuel to be taken on. If someone has then managed their fuel correctly, that's going to put me at a serious disadvantage, especially if I'm racing them as well. That's just where I kind of got to in my head, and I was like, I don't know what I'd do in this situation.
yeah, I mean, without being able to see the actual fuel numbers, I think, yeah, if it's like zero 0.8 or zero 0.9 for an extra lap, you could lift and coast it and then run that extra lap if you wanted to. Otherwise, I think everyone's gonna kind of be in the same boat. I think most people are just gonna chuck in that extra lap of fuel, and then yeah, the pit times are gonna be roughly the same. I think you're probably I don't know if people are gonna be taking tires. I mean, it is a track like this; it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I mean, we'll have to just wait and see. I guess is kind of the only really
Sorry,
way to see it.
sorry, Jimmy. Raymond Van's up there making a beautiful move up the inside of Phil Giles, and he's going to stay ahead of him into the next corner as well. That is a great overtake from him. Really shows how much speed you can get down those straights, especially if you're behind someone. Well, if you start off behind someone, you get that draft as well.
Yeah, because the points where you're flat out for a long time around here. So yeah, the draft is beneficial, and if you can start leapfrogging with another car, just kind of getting the draft going around them, and you kind of just bounce between each other. Oh, I can see that big hit
Oh,
going
I
into
absolutely.
the.
I know, but I love it. I love that angle onto that corner, Jimmy. It is phenomenal.
It is such a fun corner to drive, but yeah, I think for Phil and for Raymond there, I think yeah, just kind of sticking with each other, leapfrogging between each other, kind of using the draft with each other. I think it's always a
Well,
good way
no,
to do it. It helps you catch up to the cars in front quite nicely as well.
Well, no, that's exactly what I'm looking at there, Jimmy. Raymond, obviously down in the AMs, he'll be looking to get himself up onto the podium spots. Phil Giles sitting in P3, he'll be looking, sorry, P4, he'll be looking to get himself up into the podium spots as well to try and catch up with John Harley. I've got to agree with you. If they stick together and they work together, leapfrogging each other constantly around this track, they will gain up that time in no time at all. There is
Yeah.
so much speed to get when you're in that draft with someone for so long. It's like you said, they are flat out for so long. Get in it, start leapfrogging. You're going to chomp down on that time so quickly.
Oh,
But
what's happened to John Harley here? Comes around, seems to
John
take
Harley
the
on the
apex
stand.
quite nicely, drags that wide onto the curb. Oh, I just carried too much speed and then did a little bit off track. But no, he's back on track. He's fine. Nice little, yeah, just taking the scenic route there.
Taking the scenery, wanted to have a look at the trees a little closer. What's happened to James Vardigans, though, as he comes round?
It's a
So he
little
seems to have a
wide,
lot of,
or
a
hits
little
that curb,
wide.
bottoms up the car, but keeps it off the wall. And again, yeah, just going a little bit off. I think that's part of the.
Part of the
I mean,
experience, isn't it?
yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you could find me one car that hasn't gone off yet, I would be amazed. But yeah, you can see this is Christopher Haynes gaining on Quinton Clumpett here. And this is kind of one of those really good spots where you can do that leapfrogging like we talked about, get that slipstream, get in front, and then on the next lap you'll have Quinton using the slipstream on Christopher Haynes to get back in front once again. And yeah, I think it's always part of the fun of the Nurburgring is because this is the last part of the track, right?
Yep.
So you use that slipstream, you get in front, and then you've got the start finish line coming up on you in a couple corners time. But it's all pretty much high speed and flat out. So
Like you can just
watching
see,
how people react when they're like, "Oh, I'm the car in front on the last lap," they're gonna have
uh-oh.
all the slipstream. What happens here? And oh, would you have a look? I've made a mistake. Oh, they've gone in front of me. Oh,
Oh
now I'm
dear, oh
gonna get the
dear.
slipstream going in the back straight. And
Well, you see it right there, Jimmy. Sorry, look, we watched Christopher Haynes pretty much for that full move there, right up. Well, we're still watching him now, obviously. And as he got past him and round him, he managed to gain what half a second. He's sitting at 6 tenths at the moment. So much speed. He came up behind it, he got round him, and he's just took off. So no, on that last lap, in just about 35 minutes time, whoever has that car in front is a bit of squeaky bum time. I think we'll see. Have to see what they do. Do you think it'll
yeah.
go a little bit more defensive, try and block it off, or?
Oh, I've watched many of these. There's always that last lap mistake that puts the guy behind you in front of you. And I've literally seen it before where two people have stopped on track because they know that if they go, the person behind is gonna win. And it's
That's the downside of such a long portion of flat out speed, isn't it? Really,
I know, I love it.
that
It's
putting
just watching how
no,
people react is so
no,
funny.
no, I love it, and I can see the comical side of it. But it would really mess with my head, especially if I'd spent what 60 minutes fighting with someone, Jim, and it's all going to come down to that last straight. And because I messed up maybe a couple of laps ago, and I'm still not caught up, this is now potentially a lot of points on the line in the last race of the season. Depending who you are, that could mean a lot.
Yeah, and it is one of those things as well. Like sometimes you think like, oh, I'm gonna get a really good run out of this last corner, and I'm gonna be fine. You're never fine. Here we go, Casper Roost finally dipping in, getting that front end fixed, and I think at a good time for him as well currently because he should be able to, depending on would he be able to get enough fuel on board to last the rest of the race? I think it might be tight because yeah, they get 60% fuel on board, so yeah,
Sixty
it's not
percent
a lot of
fuel and
time.
what? There's 30, 33, 34 minutes left to go, roughly of it, depending on how it falls with the last lap as well. Obviously, we could potentially get an extra 8 minutes out of this, Jim.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm thinking. Like, depending on when Michael Gray crosses that line, if he is
That's
still maintaining
exactly
his
what.
P1 position, that
Well, that's
that could go
exactly the
very
thought that
horrible.
just like the gears in my head just clicked, and I was like, "Hold on a minute! If Michael crosses that line and with a couple of seconds, we've got a whole another 8 minutes. The whole lot could then change. If you're in that position, Jimmy, we were speaking a minute ago, where you're that driver in front, you're going to be quite thankful of Michael Gray if he is still leading the way, crossing that line when he did.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye. I think Casper Roost is definitely on the one to watch list just to see what happens with the rest of his race. But I gotta say that Michael Gray he's just loving life at that moment. He's just flowing with the track, pulling constant time to Joshua Higgy, just in second place there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
absolutely flying away, Jimmy. And look, I'm gonna speak about the elites now for just a second. Obviously, Michael Gray, he has impressed all season long. He is, if he's not been in first, he hasn't been here pretty much. And he is obviously leading the way in the elites. I don't think that's going to be any secret to anyone who has followed along all season long. And he's at the moment, don't want to jinx it and touch him wood here for you, Mr. Gray. I it looks like it might be a season championship for him if he keeps going the way that he is tonight, Jim.
Yeah, if he can maintain that P1 spot and maintain ahead of Craig, then that is that is that is the win for him this season. So I mean,
Yeah,
clearly he's not phased by it because the fact he's pushing as hard as he is to be like gaining time on both Craig and Joshua Higgy there. I think
well, look
yeah,
at the lap times, Jimmy. Look at the best lap times there. Or is that the last lap time? Sorry, I'm mistaken. But you got an
I think it's best
eight
and
minute
last.
six. If that's the best and last, then 8 minute 6, 8 minute 10 to Josh Higgy. There's 4 seconds in it. That is absolutely crazy how fast he is going out there. And obviously, Craig, like you said, sitting in a P2 behind him in the championship. He's not far behind him, Jimmy, if he can get up ahead of him. But with that kind of lead that he's got on Josh Higgy alone, and then there's about 3-4 seconds in it between him and Craig. That's a lot of work for Craig to do tonight.
Yeah, it really is. I'm just enjoying Marshmallow's comments in the YouTube chat there with
What's
the
he
camera angle
saying
we got at
now?
the moment. I just like the view that we've got at the moment. It feels like a bit of an awkward taxi ride as we're just sat. A little
Uh,
so what time you on till?
see, around where I am, it's usually. So you've been busy tonight? Like, I think the generic questions you ask the
Yeah.
awkward taxi man that's taking you where you need to go. Pretty spot on there,
Bouncing
Marcelo.
around at 150 miles an hour. So you've been busy tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Especially you're catching a taxi in Brum, you're gonna get there very, very fast, Jimmy. I think about the speed that Michael Gray is probably going at the minute from A to B.
Yeah, he's going at some considerable pace. And sorry, just another message here we got from Valeria Zanato again. Keep it up, Christopher. All that practice, all that training, paying off, and yeah, he's doing very very well there. He's flying along, and yeah, I think he got quite a comfortable lead over the next car, about 7 or 8 seconds ahead of the next AM car there. So I think
Yeah, sitting pretty in P1 at the moment with a pro behind him, keeping James Moore, well, keeping the Jameses at bay, shall we say, because them two are never far from each other, really. So, no,
and you know what?
brilliant season from Christopher Haynes.
Oh, I just saw someone's got a meatball flag further down the field. Let's have a look at Sam Doers here. And just yeah, such an odd from that particular view, it doesn't look like it looks like he's kind of just lost it on a straight, but
Well,
that's actually kind of quite a strong bend.
oh,
And
tires come off and everything there.
yeah, the
Jimmy,
wheels
that's
come
the
off.
same corner that we saw. I can't remember who it was now. Someone crashed in this exact
A
same
couple
spot.
people did earlier on, yeah. But it's
Yeah,
just like yeah, you're braking while turning and going over a bump, going downhill. It's a lot to manage, and yeah, try and do it as fast as possible. It's so easy for the car to slip out there because you kind of want to set yourself up on the left-hand side of the track, obviously, to set
ooh,
yourself up for the next corner. So you kind of like turning a bit more than you want to be while braking, which takes away some of the grip of the car and going up and then downhill, and
you
it's
hit
just
that, you go over that bump as well. It just throws you completely. You've got to have it
yeah.
spot on, and I think Sam Duez has found out what happens if you don't. A lot of damage there on that Lamborghini of his. So yeah, meatball flag, Jimmy. Well spotted on that one. I did miss it.
Yeah, I saw it just flash up just quickly before we cut the camera. But yeah, as I was going to say just quickly before that, Christopher Haynes, though, I was expecting with the like we talked about with Quinton there, for them to be sort of leapfrogging off each other, but Christopher's just gaining pace still. he's yeah, he's really settling into that car, and he's going pretty quick.
No, he really, really is. And talking about going pretty quick, we've got Raymond as well. We've seen him again chasing upon another car. He's chasing John Harley, so he's not having a race with John, so to say. But John's not letting him pass by the look of it, and he's not going to make it very easy for him. The pro fight, well, the AM fighting up behind the pro here. is Raymond going to be able to get anything done? John's just pulled a couple more temps off of him though at the moment, so he's going to have to wait a while. But if Raymond can get himself a little bit closer, get right in that draft, Jimmy, then he's going to be able to get past him.
Yeah, and I think he's a little bit off for the draft just at the moment. I think he's going to get the most speed from him, but let's see. Also, just quickly, Sam Duez, as he's already used his fast repair, so he's going to have to sit in the pit lane and
Oh,
wait for the full repair of the car. I mean, just stuff
there you
flying
go.
out the side of it.
Yeah.
What's going on
So
there?
the mechanics are going mental underneath, clearing it out. Jimmy he went across a lot of debris there when he drove over his own bumper and his back tire, I think, and took some of that grass and wool with him. Talking of the pits, though, as you can see, we are starting to see them all starting to pile in now. We're just over that halfway point of the race. So I think I think it's about down to about the top 11 at the moment have all come in so far. Some of the cars behind them, though, Jimmy, lower down the leaderboards at the moment, we did already see them pitting, obviously, for various reasons. Are we expecting those guys to come in again?
I think it depends. I think some of the first people to pit are definitely going to be able to pit in maybe with 1, 2 laps to go. Um, I think the only one that I think is going to be on the fence was Casper Roost, wasn't it? Because he sort of pitted at that 26-minute mark. I think everyone else sort of pitted well before that. I don't think they're going to be able to make it to the end. I think Casper Roost is the only one that could potentially do it if
Yeah, I'm just having a
yeah,
look. You can
exams
see it
right.
there. You can see it there now. Everyone who pitted before them. I know there's not one lap 5 when we're 35 minutes into a race, but no, the difference is they're lap 1s and lap 2s. Is a lot of time between that, and Casper's gone in right on that awkward spot, I think. So it'll be real interesting to see what he does do for the rest of this race. But we're looking again at Christopher Haynes right on the back of Quinton Clump, but under that half a second now, Jim. So he's going to be looking to want to get a move done fairly soon. But he's got the straights coming up, so he'll definitely get past him.
Yeah, he really, really will be. I mean, yeah, Quinton had a great pit stop there to be able to do the to undercut him coming out, and yeah, like you said, I think Christopher Haynes has shown that he's got the pace. So I think at this point, Quinton might be starting to go a little bit defensive, but they're not fighting the same race though, are they? So
No, they're not, but it's going to be
there's a
beneficial if they can stay with each other, especially for Quinton, because if they can, like we said earlier, Jim, start leapfrogging off of each other and start gaining some time up to the cars in front of him, then Quinton could start looking towards Otto Karras, who's leading the way. And by the way, he qualified P1 and he's led P1 since the start for the pros. Otto, again, Jimmy, I'm going to touch on it. You touched on him slightly earlier, but he's had a fantastic season this season. Really showed us how strong he actually is, currently sitting as well top of the leaderboards in the championship standings in P1 for the pros. So if he keeps up what he's doing tonight, then I think you could be potentially looking at Otto being the championship winner of the pros as well.
yeah, it's looking very much like it. Otto has had a phenomenal season so far, and yeah, like we talked about earlier on, he's deserving of the elite class, I think, for next season if he can. And yeah, he's had phenomenal pace. But we have seen Sam Duez has he's given up the ghost. He's out of the race. I think he just had too many repairs, and he'd already used his fast repair earlier on. So I think he would have been waiting in the pit lane until after the race was finished to to
Yeah,
get his car fully repaired at that point.
yeah, I do like to see. I say it every week, Jim. I like to see the same amount of cars finish the race to start the race, but I think it's understandable for Sam at this point, and indeed for Adam as well with that disconnect as well. It's just cost him too much, and he got too much damage as well. So I really feel for the guys. I really, really do here on race 8 of 8 in season 12. It's not a good, it wouldn't be a good feeling to have, but we still got 17 cars out on track with us at the moment, and still lots to play for in the last, what we got, 24 minutes or so left to go.
Yeah, I think one thing to remember as well: 170 corners. That's a lot of opportunities to to have a mistake, isn't it? And
Yeah,
if you
and we've
think they're
seen it.
already on they're already on lap 5. So what? That's 170 ish
Oh,
times 4. I mean,
someone do the maths on that one because my brain doesn't go past 10. That is a ludicrous amount. But we've seen it though, Jim, haven't we? In all seriousness, we've seen what it's like for these guys. We've been on board with a few of them at the time, and we've seen it obviously when we're just watching them go around anyway. But the track just throws them all over the place. There is so many spots you could make a mistake here. And it's not like it's one specific corner like you get on most tracks, which is the hairy one, which causes a lot of people problems. Like there's over 170. I can't begin to tell you how many of these corners cause a problem.
And that's what I mean. For them to be 5 laps in, I mean, I think mental arithmetic wise, that was a tough word for me to say there. I think it's about 700 odd corners that they've done so far, and increasing. I mean, that's a lot to get through, and it is hard work. And you know what, you got to give them credit. I think that's part of the joy of this track. It's relentless, and it's hard
Well,
work.
I
But
tell
it
you
is
what, Jimmy.
rewarding.
I didn't do the mental math. I used my trusty calculator on my phone, and I worked out by the end of lap 5, Jimmy, that I've done 850 corners.
I mean, that is that's a heck of a lot of corners there. And yeah,
We were talking about it, weren't we, before we went on the air, and we were saying some tracks we've raced around. There's 6 to 10, 12 corners. 170 plus tonight. Bit of a difference.
yeah. I think they've already done more than some races we've had. Like you think, what Monza? If you count like
Oh, come
all
on.
the
What,
all the
Monza's got, what, about 7 corners?
exactly. So a full race around Monza is probably less than half a
Sorry.
lap around here.
It's got 11 corners per lap, Monza has. I've just had a quick look.
Yeah, but I mean, some of them aren't really corners, and some of them are flat out still. I think, like, when you think about it,
Yeah. I think you can say there's probably about 8 to 9-ish corners on that. And you do more than that on a third of a lap of here. It really does go to show the size of this track. Like I said, it covers an area so big where the lap size can be 26 kilometers long.
I mean,
I'd
there's
love to
literally
drive it one
villages
day.
inside, like,
Yeah.
inside the Nordschleife, and it's just, yeah,
Some
it
of
is
them
on my
possibly
bucket
can't
list.
even hear the cars. They're that far away. But I'd love to have a drive around it if I didn't have to pay for any damage, like, of course, because it
I
just
know
costs a
that's
fair
one of the
bit.
scariest things. Isn't like a
Yeah.
fence repair? If you like tap a fence, it's like $2,000 alone.
Oh yeah,
Something
$2,000
crazy like that.
just for the replacement, Jimmy. I can't remember if you can remember. We had a look at this a little while ago. It was $2,000 for the part, and then it was like another like 5, 6 on top of that, purely just for someone to repair it and close the track down at that point because you're costing them money, obviously.
Yeah.
It's so expensive to do it, guys. If you've raced around the Nurburgring, please do let us know if our audience stretches the field that far. But no, let us know if you have, or at least if you've been around it or you've been to it. But what is it like? Because I'd love to.
There we go. Our steward and cameraman, who has actually driven around it, has just informed us. It's $2,000 per meter of track of damage to repair.
Aren't they
So
about 6 meters though per railing or something like that? I'm sure they
well,
are. I remember us looking at this about a year or two ago. Don't ask me how I remember this. I remember the randomest of stuff, Jim. You know this about me by now. But I'm sure they're about 6 meters long, each of them barriers. That is ludicrous.
yeah, I mean it's not going to be cheap, but thankfully that's the beauty of virtual racing that we've got going on here. You have a crash, and in reality, where it'll be about $500,000's worth of damage is free, thankfully. So
Yes, and that's what we've all got to be thankful for. Jimmy. I'm being told again by our marshal, a tow back to the car park that doesn't include the track being shut down for that to happen is about 750 as well, just for the tow.
yeah, not even for the price of shutting down the track. And
That's
yeah, I
unreal.
think that's the scary thing is because what if someone crashes into you while you're out there? You still got to pay all that money, even though you
Well,
were
yeah,
innocent.
you've got to pay for your tow back as well. But I think I'd be definitely protesting. I'd definitely have a lot of cameras on board with me as well, Jimmy, if I ever did go around it, just to prove that it wasn't on me. I am not paying $2,000 a meter for those railings. But look, we're getting away from it, Jimmy. Look, we're 42 minutes into this race. Michael Gray still leading the way at the moment for the elites, followed by Josh Heagy and Craig Corrish taking up your podium spots. Tim Reed sitting in P4. Otto Karras is still leading the way for the pros in P1, with Christopher Haynes leading the way for the AMs just behind him as well. Quinton Clumpert then taking P2 of the pros, followed by John Harley in your P3 spot for the pros. Raymond Van Zutphen is your P2 for the AMs at the moment, followed on by James Moore. We can see Raymond on screen right now facing John Harley. Is he going to get past him? We'll check back on that in a minute. Following on from them Phil Giles, currently sitting in P4 in the pros at the moment. Bit of work to do, a couple of fast drivers ahead of him. Is he going to make anything happen? We'll have to see. Following on from him, we've got James Vardigans with Matt Massey, Joseph Greathouse, Casper Roost, Aaron Sparks, and Ryan Clark, only losing the 2 so far. So that is your 17 cars out on track. We're going to go have a look at Raymond, though. He's in a few tenths, Jimmy, of John Harley ahead of him. He's been looking to get past him for a little while now. They're not in the same race, though, are they?
No, Raymond Van Zutphen is in the AM class, John Harley in the pros, and yeah, Raymond's been sat, I think, quite comfortably behind him. I think he's just using the tow from him and just sitting behind, getting pulled along, and then he just gets to kind of get a comfortable P2 position, gain a bit of time on James Moore, and yeah, I think it just works in his favour to kind of just sit comfortably behind, not fight him too hard, although he is going up on the inside, and this could be a sketchy corner to go through. And does he back out? Yeah, he backs out a little bit. Lets John Harley
wise
through.
decision.
Yeah.
Wise decision there by Raymond. He does not want to be caught going too wide with him there. Just looking at the leaderboard though, Jimmy, I know what you're saying about Raymond with John there, but Raymond's going to be wanting to catch up to Christopher Haynes because he is in contention for P2, P3, depending on what happens there between these two out on track today. Well, what has happened here? Joseph Greathouse, we're going to see him again. What has he done now? Oh, he's hit that curb again, Jimmy.
Oh,
Not the
got a
same one,
lot
but
of air going from that one.
oh, and then into the barrier. Does the bumper come off? I don't think it does. It might be
No,
all
but
right.
yeah, that's quite a high-speed hit. I mean, I think, yeah, it looks like he's crabbing a little bit. I think he might have done his wheel in there from that hit. Kept the bumper on, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's in a good position. Phil Giles, though, ooh, does he keep out the barrier? Oh, big hit on the barrier there. I don't think he's had a accident so far, so he should be able to, if he needs to, use his fast repair at the end of the lap. But I can't imagine
Yeah,
there's too much damage from that one. James Moore as well. Carrying a lot of speed through, dipping onto the gravel, but he keeps it
does
in.
he?
Goes a little bit wide. Oh,
He's
keeps on
trying.
track. Okay.
Oh,
There we go.
just
Nicely done. Nicely done.
gets on just before that curb, and we saw what happens when you do hit that curb head on like that. Well, Joseph Greathouse found out anyway. But oh, like we said, Jim, a few moments ago, there are so many places on this track where you can go off.
Yeah, it is.
Any mistake.
And just to marshmallow 2-on-2, do you reckon the villagers have a fastest driver? Reckon they get free admission? There is someone, isn't there, that does like. He basically just spends his life driving around the Nurburgring, isn't there? What's his name? Because of the M, I think, as well, isn't it? Misha, that's it. Thank you. Thank you to Connor in the yeah, behind the scenes. And yeah, I don't know if he gets free admission or what, but I think you can do onboards with him as well. Not onboards, like you can do like a passenger ride with him, going like
Now, that'd
flat
be
out
pretty
in your
cool.
car. And
Now, I see the full name, Jimmy. I'm not going to try and pronounce that last name. I
Sharadane, I
cannot.
think it is.
Sharadane, Misha Sharadane. So, yeah, apparently Connor knows someone who's been in passenger with him. That'd be pretty cool, actually. Especially if he's driving your car and he spends his life driving around it. You know he's going to know the track very, very well.
Yeah, he's worth looking up and looking at some of his onboards because they are frightening to watch. But he's just so calm and casual. I mean, you would be, wouldn't you? But yeah, to spend your life just driving around here, it's got to be one heck of a job. I mean, these guys are doing it for an hour, and you can see how stressful it looks out there and how many mistakes they're making. And these guys are pretty damn good. So yeah, to have that as your job would be crazy.
No, it absolutely would. But what a job to have, though. What a job to put on your CV, eh?
Can you imagine just applying for an office job later down the line? So what did you do for?
I drove around the Nurburgring constantly. Got paid to do it.
It would be funny to see, like just like see if you get the worst car you could possibly find, and then
The
see if you can
worst
get him to
car.
drive you around. Yeah.
Oh my. Oh
Don't know what you'd do.
my. Neither
I
do I,
honestly,
Jimmy. But
the Nissan Cube is the first thing that comes to mind, but
smart
either
car,
way.
maybe. Smart car, I think.
Oh, smart car would be great, like this tiny little nippy.
Anyway, we're getting away from it,
Yeah.
Jimmy. Look, we're 47.5 minutes into this race now. There's obviously there's not many lap probably left, but a couple of laps maybe at this point. But do you think anything's going to be changing? Because obviously, I'm starting to look a little bit more now at the championship and how everything's setting out for everybody at the moment. And with everybody out on track, like, the championship leaders currently having, well, two of them having a good race. One of them probably not so happy at the moment. That'll be Joseph Greathouse.
Yeah, I think I can't imagine it's going to change too much from where we are now. I mean, I think most of the drivers. I mean, we see a couple people going off, but I think for the most part, I think positions are going to probably stay roughly the same. So, yeah, so keep an eye on Michael, keep an eye on Otto, and keep an eye on Christopher at the moment. But I just want to open up that. I know you. Oh, let's see what happened with Christopher here, coming up behind Quinton Klumper, and gets down the inside. Do they ever coming together? Does he go? I think we're just showing off his lovely little slipstream overtake that he gets to do there, and he's back racing. I did want to open up to the YouTube chat as well. I know you wanted to end the conversation, but I think it's quite a fun conversation to have. If there's anyone at home, what would be the if you could drive around the Nurburgring in one car, what would it be? Money's no issue. What would you choose? Because I think that'd be quite a fun little thing to
Ooh,
think about. Like if you could just
that's
take
a.
anything around there, what would you pick?
You know what? I have no idea because I just want to do it with speed, but that comes with a lot of risk. So I'll have to think about that one, Jimmy. Thinking about something, we got 10 minutes into the race left to go. I know me and you spoke about it just before we came on the air, but it is coming up to that point. Driver of the day. Guys at home, let us know your driver of the day and also start letting us know who your driver of the seasons are as well. Jimmy, remember, you are the pick for today. I've got the pros and our man behind the cameras. Mr. Connor will have the elites as always. We'll get around to that in a couple of minutes' time. Give the guys at home time just to let us know who they are picking.
Let's say yeah, I've got a couple. Oh, I've got an idea for driver of the day. I'll message in the
Yeah, drop us a sneaky little message. Let me know who you're thinking. But
yeah, because I potentially want to do something a little bit different, but I'll put it in I'll put it in the chat if you cover me 2 seconds just while I type away.
no, absolutely. But while James is doing that, we'll have a look back on track. Raymond at the minute still not leaving John Harley alone. Got himself now under 2 tenths, so he's looking to get that move done. Not the place to do it at the moment, though. He's gonna have to wait for a few moments, few more corners to go past before he can get down that straight. And here it is. There we go. So he's gonna get right in that draft behind him. Raymond should be able to leapfrog John here.
Yeah, you can see them gaining down that straight, getting ever closer, but that next corner is coming up, so it's going to be very, very close here. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the move done. I think he might have to back out just at the last second, but you can just see the power of that slipstream as you come down the straight, and how to say? He's saying Misha, isn't he? Yeah, the guy's name is Misha. Misha.
There we go. We're still looking at Raymond, though, trying to get that move on John. On John now. Again, he's going to have to try and go at him again now, Jimmy. 51 minutes into this hour-long session. 9 minutes left to go. Not much time overall to get it done, but a lot of corners to try and get an advantage on. He's going to look to do it
Oh,
again now. He's right on the tail of John Harley, just ahead of him now. The Flying Dutchman has his flag set to full speed ahead at the moment. He's looking to catch John Harley. He's not dropped really over that half a second by much at all. But what has happened here? Oh, it's Phil Giles. Will get out from behind the trees in just a moment's time. It looked like he's tapped the wall there. Let's have a quick look again. Yeah. Oh.
oh, that looked like a big hit. That looked like a very, very big hit. Kind of goes quite shallow into that corner. And oh, the back end really just flung out there. I think the one of the rear just locked up and oh, just
Oh,
spinning round. I think the car might be a little bit scuppered there. I think he let it rotate. Oh, is there another car coming?
no, I think he's all right
I
as
thought I
well.
saw another car coming, but no, I think he's on the clear. Yeah, that car doesn't doesn't look like it's in the best position at the moment, does it? Luckily, he's
No.
on the later part of the track, so oh, you can see straight line. In fact, turning right, and the wheel is considerably left. But,
Yeah, it just throws you all around about the place, even when you're trying to get back on track, Jimmy. And it's such a tough one out there. But these guys have done so well tonight. Look, we're gonna have a look. Is this Casper? So what's happened with Casper here?
Yeah, that rear end is going on that car. Keeps it fairly balanced, but oh, big tap into the side there. That might have been a little bit of a front wheel damage.
Absolutely, absolutely. But Jimmy, it's getting closer to that time, so we'll have a start. We'll have a look at the driver of the days for each one. Do you want to let everybody know who our man behind the scenes has chosen for our driver of the day for the elites?
Yeah, well, we've got a. He's given it to Michael Gray for yeah, just the best all round the season, and he's just had just phenomenal pace out there. He's so comfortable out on this track. He's flying away with it, and yeah, I mean, you can't fault that decision. I mean, just looking at him out there, he's had no offs. He's gaining time consistently. He's fastest on track, and yeah, he's just having just such a good run, and he's been so consistently quick all season long. You got to give it to Michael. I mean, he's been such a standout this season.
No, he really has. I've got to agree with everything you just said there, Jimmy. I'm not going to repeat it, but no, absolutely fantastic season from him. From him, truly dominant performance as well today, and pretty much all season long, Jimmy. I'm not going to shy away from it. He's been so strong. But no, for my pro driver of the day, Jimmy, I am going to indeed give it to another man who's really impressed me out here today, and it shows for itself. He's sitting in P1 for the pros. It's going to go to Mr. Otto Karras. Look, just like the reasons like Connor chose for Michael Gray, it's going to be the same for Otto. Really, absolutely phenomenal drive today. Has led the race for the pros since the very start. Great season as well. Really enjoyed watching him. He's given some great moments. But for today, he's getting the pro driver of the day from me. How about yourself, Jimmy?
Well, I got the go ahead to go with my cheeky little
Just go
driver
on.
today.
We know what you're doing. Go on.
All right, I have gone for James Moore and James Vardigans for my driver of the day. Double Jameses. Uh, I mean, I got to represent the Jameses, but at the same time, I want to choose both of them because this is. I mean, they're always together, and I love the fact they always drive together in the same team. It's amazing to watch and very like equal drivers. But this is their best race that they've had all season long. It's a tough track. They've struggled at tracks previously here and there, and they've been a bit further down the pack. I mean, there's always going to be someone that's further down the pack, and there's no shame in that at all. But they are comfortably in the mid pack, keeping great pace, and I just had to give it to both of them. They've just yeah, I just love seeing the fact that they drive together. It just makes me happy each time. And yeah, they're having such a good race out there this evening. I couldn't pick one to go for, and I got the all clear to go ahead with both of them, and I don't regret that decision one bit.
Look, as it's the finale of the season, the last race, Jimmy, we will allow it, I suppose. We spoke to the powers that be, and they did say it was okay. So, no, solid shout there, Jimmy, on both of the other Jimmys out there on track. If they go by that, they do now. But no, I completely agree with you. It's a really hard decision. But if it wasn't the last week, I don't think the powers that be would have allowed it, Jim. But no, great decision there. Look, before we get into the potentially the last lap, I'm going to get out there real quick. Jimmy, have you got a driver of the season for us?
Oh, that's a really tough one because there's been multiple people who I think have just done such a good job all season, and it's hard to decide. Do you go for someone that's just been consistently quick? Do you decide for someone that's just been consistently resilient? Do you decide for someone that's been just great all rounder? And
Well,
I mean,
tell
one
you what,
person that always comes to mind,
go on,
right?
go on.
I got to give it to. I think I got to give it to Casper Roost for my driver of the season. Just
Okay.
because I know he's not had the best season. He has spins, he has crashes and stuff. But I love the fact so much. He always just goes back out there and just gives it his all.
No,
And
and you know what? Go on.
I was just gonna say, and I just respect it so much. I mean, there's so many drivers they'll have a crash and they'll go like, that's race over, and then they're done. And I'm guilty of doing it myself sometimes. So when you see a driver that's just like, no, whatever happens, I'm making it to the end. I'm still giving it my best. I'm still gonna go flat out. I'm still gonna push, and I've just got to respect it. So I've got to give my driver of the season to Casper Rooster.
No, that Jimmy, I was just going to completely agree with you, mate. That is an absolute fair shout, and I've said it already so far tonight, and I say it every week. I love seeing the drivers finish at start, and Casper is one of those drivers. He just does not give in, whether he's fighting everybody else in the mid pack or he's sitting at the back because he's had a couple of spin out. He's happy back there. He's doing his own thing. He's Casper, and when we speak to him, he's such a character as well. So no, absolutely brilliant choice there for your driver of the season. And I can't take it away from him, Jimmy. I do have a different driver though for my driver of the season,
Who have
and
you gone? Who have you gone for?
so he actually got my driver of the day today, which I wasn't planning on. I had thought about this before tonight's race, but it's going to go to Otto Karis again. Look, my reasons for Otto Karis is he has given us some great viewing entertainment this season, whether it be his racing, his spins, his little fights out on track. He's a really good guy. I think Otto is just someone I've really enjoyed watching this season, and I'm not taking anything away from anybody else. But usually when something's going on and there's decent fights happening or someone's going for someone else, usually he's in and around that kind of action as well. But no, he's keeping himself tucked away from everybody at the minute. But no, Otto Karis for me, driver of the season. Guys at home, let us know if you haven't already, who is your driver of the season. John Harley, what's happened?
Like I say, he just took a little bit too much speed, got onto the gravel, had a little tap with the wall, and end up losing a position to James Moore. And he's got James Vardigans closing in close behind him. So yeah, I think they're in a different class than him anyway, so he doesn't need to worry too much about losing those positions.
Well,
But
he seems to have had a second incident as well there, Jimmy. He seems to track very far out wide. Kept it off the wall, though, luckily for him. Gets himself back out on track, but that's going to cost him a bit.
yeah, I wonder if we can go for an onboard quickly. Just I want to see what his steering wheel's like. So I want to know if he's got any wheel damage. And yeah, I don't know about you, but he was going in a straight line there.
Yeah, I think he might have a little bit of damage there, Jimmy. I think he might have a little bit of damage. But look, we are into that potentially this last minute of this race. So obviously we'll have to see where Michael does cross the line here. But do you think we'll get another one, Jimmy? Or do you think this will be it?
No, this is going to be it. 3 seconds left to go, but there's still a couple minutes left on this lap. So you know what I think that means? I think that means Casper Roost has had a solid pit stop, and I don't think he'll be needing to pit again. Matthew Massey though now going past John Harley. Joseph Greathouse as well. John Harley's dropping down the field as he has dipped into the pit lane. I think lucky for him, he had the pit lane when it happened. But I think, yeah, there you go. There's his fast repair. He's able to go back out and get that last lap under his belt and see if he can maintain position above Ryan Clark there. And yeah, Michael Gray having a phenomenal time, about halfway around the track, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, what a season. What a race from him. I know it's not halfway, he's about a quarter of the way through the track, looking at them where he is. So yeah, if he can keep it all together while he finishes probably the last 5-6 minutes left to go, that'll be his championship locked and loaded.
No, absolutely, Jimmy. I've just pulled up all the leaderboards right now just to see if anything is going to potentially chop and change for any of our championship leaders out there. And no, Michael Gray just has to lock this last lap down, and that P1 in the championship will be his. So phenomenal season from him. He really has been dominant all season long, hasn't he?
Yeah, he really has, but it is close on the points though. Craig Corish being in second place, going into this race only 10 points behind. So it's still kind of all to play for depending on what happens, but I think yeah, you'd need a big accident for Michael Gray to be losing out there.
The thing is though, Jimmy, we say it like that, but it could happen, and if it's going to happen anywhere, it's going to happen here.
By here you mean on this track, not that particular corner there?
No, yeah, on this track.
Saying that right as he passes Phil Giles. It's not
not really the right timing on that one, but I think everybody knew what I meant there. No, if it's going to happen on any track, it's going to be this one. And with a lot of time left to go, with over half a lap still to go, about roughly around about there, then it could happen. It could happen. That's why we say if Michael keeps it locked down the way that he's going right now, it will be his.
Yeah, and I think you can't fault it. he's not put a single foot wrong this entire season. So well done to Michael Gray here, and for the drive he's had, and well done to everyone in this league. I mean, I don't think we've really seen anyone, like we said earlier on, putting in a poor performance. So well done to everyone all around. And yeah, it's just, you love to see it, don't you? You love to see a good league with good racing, hard but fair. And
Hard, fair,
yeah,
clean driving, Jimmy, is what I enjoy watching because that gives us the best kind of entertainment and it gives the drivers out there the best time as well. And as long as everybody's having fun, that's all that matters. And I think that's why all these guys come out here and do join us to this GT3 league, don't they? Because they can pretty much guarantee it with the level of drivers that they're racing with, they're going to get that kind of race.
yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. That's what you want out of a race. It's not about the P1s at the end of the day. It's not about the prize pool.
Oh,
It's
well.
about well, I mean for the drivers themselves. I think when it comes down to it, it's about the fun. Oh, Casper Roos there. I think you can see it hit that front right is pointing the wrong way a little bit there. So I think he's just getting that
Get that
repaired for the last
sorted, get
lap.
himself back out. Yeah, finish off your lap, finish off your season, Casper. Come on, lad. You
And
know, it's been a great one. It's been a great one all season long, Jimmy. I really have enjoyed this one.
yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. I mean, the track selection has been phenomenal. The drivers have been phenomenal. And yeah, great season all round. Michael Gray, you can see really pushing the car as hard as he can, using every millimeter of the track. He's not slowing down for this last lap, and yeah, you got to respect it.
No, you really, really do. Sorry, Jimmy, I just caught it a moment ago. Casper Roost coming out the pits. I was just looking at the timing board, now getting himself into a little bit of a tussle with Aaron Sparks, who was coming up quite quick behind him. I think Casper managed to keep the position at the moment. So we'll have to see what happens between those two as well as we get into this. Well, as they're on their last lap, they get into the last lap. We're on it.
And yeah, we're coming up to the last little bit of the track now, so we're up to the second carousel for Michael Gray here. Coming up, we've got 2 more corners, and then we're down that main straight, and then it's only a few more corners after that, pretty high speed, and then that is the lap done. And then, yeah, we'll have to follow. I mean, we saw Aaron Sparks and Casper Roos there starting their lap. So, although Michael Gray will be finishing his, it'll still be another 6-7 minutes before the rest of the drivers will be coming across the line. So,
I was going to say there's plenty of time there for him still to come over, obviously. But look at that time Michael Gray's got in the minute, Jimmy. 41.5 seconds at the minute on Craig Corish. Obviously, Craig getting up to P2 now, that will definitely help his points. But unless Michael has an incident, season's his, I think. But comment in the YouTube from Valeria Zanato, what a season finale. Well done. And I do agree with that comment.
yeah, so we're just
Well
seeing
done.
Craig Corrich now up into second place with quite a big jump across Joshua Higgy. So I don't know if something's happened there and he's had a bit of a moment and lost a bit of time. But yeah, Craig Corrish now up into second place. Little wiggle there, little flash, and that is the win for Michael Gray on the final race of the season. Well done, Michael Gray. Beautiful drive there out on track with Craig Corrish. 42 seconds behind, but second place. Another great drive from him, and yeah, you can't fault it. You can't fault it
Look,
at all.
Craig's been very close behind him in the points and the races all season long, but Michael has run away with it. So yeah, Jimmy, that P1 there for Michael does confirm it as well. He is going to be our elite champion for season 12. So extra well done tonight for him there on that win as well. He'll be very, very happy with that one. Craig really was his competition, and I think Craig got up to P2 just a little bit too late there to make any kind of challenge because, like you said, look, 42 seconds in it, Jim, so much time.
Yep, and then is that Joshua Higgy pushing Tim Reed across the line? Has Tim Reed run out of fuel and he's being pushed across the line by his teammate Joshua Higgy? I think
Yeah,
Joshua
it
Higgy
definitely is.
dropped to
It
second
is.
place just to get Tim Reed across the line.
There you go. But sorry, Otto Karras, though, Jimmy, crossing the line in P1 for the pros. We did just quickly miss it there. Do apologise to Otto, but P1 for him. And that does confirm that he will be the champion as well for the pros this season. So, again, congratulations. Extra congratulations to you on that one tonight, Otto. Fantastic race from him there, Jimmy. I'm sure you'll agree.
Yeah, great race and getting P3 overall. I think after he was gifted it by Joshua and Tim there, but yeah, well done to Otto for getting first place in the pro division. Christopher Haynes getting P1 in the AMS. Lovely drive from him out this evening, showing his true pace out there. And yeah, this is why you can't write off the AMs. They are all quick drivers all around. Casper Rusto getting black flagged on the last lap. And yeah, I think that's cemented his last place, but he's still great drive from that guy out there as we see the rest of the drivers coming across the line.
No, we're seeing the rest of them cross the line. Still probably a minute or so left to go for these drivers out here, Jimmy. It's been a great race so far. And obviously Chris Payne's winning it there for the AMs, followed by Rain Van Stock. Then we're going to see James Moore. And James Vardigan's not going to finish side by side with James this year. Or is
Again, I
well,
don't know if it's planned, but yeah, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it. Matt Massey coming across after that lap one incident, not doing too bad. Recovery drive there, getting back up into basically the midfield.
no,
And
absolutely, absolutely. But we'll follow the rest of them as they go around and they finish off their lap respectively there, Jimmy, as well. We're on board with John Harley now as he rounds the last corner and comes down that straight to cross the line and finish off his season as well. He's had a good season this season as well.
he's had a phenomenal season. Oh, cloud of smoke there. Oh,
Oh, it was after the checkered flag. It doesn't matter. But what's he
yeah.
there? What
Hopefully
did
they
his
were
dad
mates
say,
because
maybe?
I don't think. I think
Maybe he was doing
James was just
donuts
trying
and
to
just couldn't
celebrate
see
there.
him.
And I mean,
Couldn't see him.
we all saw the smoke. I think maybe aim away from the smoke next time. But
All right, Jimmy, I've just worked out on the maths as well. He crossed the line today in what is it? P5 for the AMs, but it didn't matter at the end of the day. He's had a great season. Joseph Greathouse is going to be our championship winner for the AMs. So that is confirmed. So remember, our elite winner, Michael Gray, our pro winner, Otto Karis, and our AM winner, Joseph Greathouse, winning the championships in each of their classes.
yeah, beautiful work all around from those guys, and yeah, congratulations on the win for all of them. They've all deserving of the win, and yeah, those guys just yeah, you can't fault their seasons. Consistent, great pace from all of them all around.
No, absolutely, Jimmy. Absolutely. Great racing, great pace, great performance from everybody this evening, and this season. We've got a couple of cars left to cross the line out there, Jimmy. We've
Oh,
got Ryan Clark, Aaron Sparks. He looks like he's having a bit of trouble there.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you saw the direction that rear right is pointing, but that is not straightforward. And yeah,
Well, I don't think he's going to pit at this point. I think he's just going to see out his race, and that'll be it for Ryan Clark and Aaron Sparks this season when they do cross the line as well.
yeah,
No,
beautiful drive, and here we go, Ryan Clark coming down, and yeah, well done to him. I- Like I said, you got to give respect to all these drivers out there for sticking with it, getting around the Nurburgring, and yeah, it's a hard track, as you can see. I don't think many of them got away without a couple scrapes and bangs throughout this race. But I
well,
mean,
if they
well,
did, well, if they did, they didn't all season long. We've seen a lot of coming together. There's a lot of incidents out there on track between the drivers, but tonight they really have outdone themselves. Look, we only lost two, and on a track like this, Jimmy, I thought we was going to lose a lot more. One was technical difficulties, so I can't really blame Adam for that one. And Sam just had an absolute torrid time, and having already used that fast repair, it just wasn't worth it for him. And I think on this occasion, I'll have to allow it. There you go. Ryan Clark coming down the line. There, he's going to cross over right there. Flash the lights as he comes down. We got Aaron Sparks now to cross over as well, and that should be it for everybody out on track. Oh, is he going to? No, that was Ryan. Do apologise. Sorry, we got Casper and Aaron. I got confused who we were looking at there. I do apologise. We got Casper and Aaron out on track, and then just finishing off their races this evening, both having their individual issues out there. So it's good to see him finishing, though, isn't it, Jim?
yeah, it's always good to see them crossing the line. But I think because of that black flag, Casper Roost is going to drop behind Aaron Sparks, regardless of what happens. So yeah, tough drive, but that's all part of the fun of this track. And like we said, if you're not playing for P1, you might as well just have a bit of fun.
No, you might as well have a little bit of fun out there. Finish your race off, like we said. And you touched on it earlier, Jim, with Casper Roos when you was talking about him. He just loves to be out there, doesn't he? He doesn't really care what's going on around him, what he's doing out on track or where he is. He just has a good time out there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's in it for the love of the racing, and I think that's I think that's what it shows when you have the interviews with him as well, doesn't it? You can just hear the energy in his voice, and yeah, that's what you like as he comes across those last couple corners. Oh, dips into the pit lane. I think he's
And
serving
dipped
the black
into.
flag.
Oh, he's got service black flag. Well done, Connor. True to the. Well done, Connor. Sorry, well done, Casper. True to the end. Serving that black flag there. Well done, but no, Jimmy, that is it. We had 19 cars start this race tonight, 17 cars to finish, and 17 cars are just about to cross the line. And there you go. That is our race at the Nurburgring done for this evening, and that is our season done. Jimmy, do you want to let everybody know how it's finished up, and then we can speak to some of our championship winners?
Absolutely. So, P1 overall, P1 in the elites, we have Michael Gray, followed by Craig Corish. P3 overall, but P1 in the pros, we have Otto Karas, followed by Tim Reed and Joshua Higi. Then we have P1 in the AMs, P6 overall, Christopher Haynes, followed by Quinton Clumpert, Raymond Van Zutphen, James Moore, James Vardigans, Joseph Greathouse, Matt Massey, John Harley, Ryan Clark, Aaron Sparks, Casper Roost, Phil Giles, Sam Duez, and then we have Adam Wilson Weir as our 19th place, rounding out all 19 drivers out on track this evening.
There you go. There you go. So, Jimmy, it is that time. We're going to speak to our championship winners for this season. We're going to start off in the pros. We're going to bring him in here. Otto Karas, my driver of the day, the driver of the season as well for me, and our race winner tonight, Otto Karas. Good evening, first of all, and secondly, congratulations, a race win and a championship win as well. How you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, I feel very good. It's really nice.
No,
I was fast today, but I did have a few incidents, but it went well, I would say.
No, it went really, really well for you tonight, mate. Look, you've had a great race this evening. Like I said, you qualified first. You came first in the race. You got a driver of the day as well today from myself, and you also got the driver of the season from myself as well. So you pretty much knocked it out of the park tonight, mate. A great one. But that P1 in the championship, you locked it down when you crossed the line in P1. You won, mate. Congratulations on that one. How you feeling about the championship win as well?
I feel really good about the championship. I was just able to put down consistent races with minimal mistakes and get good points every race. It was really nice.
Mate, like I said, it was a real good season to watch you. I did pick up on it during the broadcast of the race. You were phenomenal to watch. You gave us some great moments to watch. So from us at Trackside, thank you for that one. But no, mate, congratulations again. Our season 12 All European season winner in the pros. Congratulations on that one, mate. But before we let you go, because it's been a long one tonight, it's been a tough one out there on the Nurburgring. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or say thank you to before we do go?
Yeah, I of course want to thank the sponsors for providing the prize money for the championship. So that's Spectre Racing, Murby Goes, and Saint Clark
Clark,
James Motorsport.
Clark
Yeah.
St. James.
So thank them for putting up the winnings for this season.
No, thank you to those guys as well, the sponsors, for getting with us this season and providing that prize pool for you guys. So, no, well done again, my mate. Look, you get yourself gone, and we shall hopefully catch up with you when next season.
Yeah, I'll be there. Thank you.
See you later, mate. See you later.
Bye bye.
There you go, Jimmy. That was our P1 in the pro, Otto Karas there. P1 race winner today and P1 overall in the championship. Great, great guy, and do look forward to speaking to him again at some time. Look, he didn't win the championship, but I'm going to bring in our AM race winner now, though, Jimmy. I'm going to bring in Christopher Haynes. Chris, good evening. Congratulations on the P1. How are you feeling, buddy? It was a slog out there. You with us, Chris?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh no, Chris
Well,
can't
we
hear
heard
you,
him for a
buddy. If
second
you
there.
are still heard you for a very quick second, can't hear you for now. I tell you what, we'll come back to Christopher Haynes in a little bit and see if we can get a word with him. But what we'll do now, Jim, is we will actually speak to the AM Championship winner. We'll bring in Joseph Greathouse and we'll find out how he's feeling after his championship win, shall we? Joseph, good evening. Congratulations on the championship win. Not the race result you'd have wanted tonight. I'm sure you'll agree, but championship lockdown either way, mate. So congratulations on that. How are you feeling?
Well, it feels excellent to make it out on top. It was very fun and competitive season, and yeah.
No, mate, it was great to watch you all season long. You were really, really, really dominant. Just didn't quite work out for you today, did it? What happened for you?
Well, I slid in one corner. I tapped the wall, got a little bit of wheel damage, and did not turn out for a few corners after that, and I crashed. So at the
Yeah,
end result, it did not turn out good.
Yeah, we caught a couple of them on the replays when they did actually happen. So we did see some of the difficulties you had out there, but it didn't matter in the end, my mate. Like I said, you are the AM Championship winner, walking away with that crown and walking away with that £50 prize pool as well, my mate. The championship win's got to feel good. You've had dominant season, mate. You've done really, really well, right?
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're more than welcome, mate. Look, before I let you go, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or say thank you to?
Friends and family, the support, and y'all for broadcasting and all the hostings.
No, you are more than welcome, mate. You are more than welcome. Though we shall catch up with you on the next one, Joseph. But congratulations again, mate, and we'll speak to you another time.
Yep. See ya.
See you later, mate. See you later. There you go. So that is our AM winner in the championship, Joseph Greathouse there. So, Jimmy, we're going to speak to another one. We're going to get our elite winner in now. Someone we spoke to a few times this season already, but we're going to speak to him again. But under different circumstances, he's now our championship winner. So, Michael Gray, first of all, good evening. Secondly, hello. Secondly, congratulations, mate. Absolute dominant performance out there again tonight, and secured the championship win with that one, mate. How did you find it? How did you feel?
It's not one of my favourite tracks. I don't do that track a lot at all. So luckily in a league I did a few months back, we did a race there, so I'd got myself pretty familiar. But I was in a different car. The Ferrari was an absolute pig round there. Horrible.
Well, mate, you may not have enjoyed it, but you were absolutely dominant out there again tonight. I think you had about, what, 41, 42-second lead by the time you crossed the line to Craig behind you. And Craig was trying to get himself up there to catch up to you being P2 in the championship. But no, you locked it down tonight, mate. Truly solid performance, as always. What I come to expect from you really by now. And that did obviously lock down that elite championship for you again, my mate. So congratulations on that one.
Yeah, cheers.
Look, before I let you go, because it really has been an absolute slog out there, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or say thank you to for the final time this season?
Yeah, everyone at Full Tilt Racing, yourself for doing the broadcast, Connor for having to watch us go round in circles every Monday, and Sean for doing the league. And yet again, another speedy recovery to Sean. Hope he gets well soon. And yeah, that's it.
Absolutely, definitely agree with those comments on Sean. And Michael, it's always a pleasure to speak to you, my mate. It's something I've come quite accustomed to this season. So we'll see how it goes potentially next time around if you decide to join us or not. But no, again, mate, congratulations on your season win. This one again, a great performance tonight as well. You done the full circle. You got the quali win. You got the race win. You also got driver of the day. So 3 for 3 there, mate. Congratulations on that one.
Yeah, no, thank you.
There you go, mate. Look, we'll catch you on the next one. I'll speak to you later, Michael. All right.
Yep, see ya.
Speak to you later, mate. There you go. So that is all our championship winners spoke to. Let's try and get Christopher Haynes back in here again, shall we? See if he's working. Chris, can you hear us now? Can we hear you?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Chris, right.
There we go.
Let's pretend earlier didn't even happen. Let's
Yeah,
get
good
Christopher
idea.
Haynes in here. Chris, congratulations on your race win
Woo,
tonight,
thank you.
mate. How are you feeling on that one? It was a slog.
Yeah, so happy. Really good, over the moon. Practiced loads this week, trying to get a good result tonight. I've been waiting to speak to you guys for a while as well. Been trying to get a few podiums this year, but never managed to pull it together and get my mic working on the same night.
No, I think the couple of times when it has come round, we just can never hear you, my mate. So no, it's actually good to speak to you for once, and what an occasion to do it on season finale and the race winner in class tonight. So no, well done on that one, my mate. You found
Thanks.
the season all right though?
Yeah, loved it. Yeah, just sort of settled in throughout the season. Seems to click halfway through, and yeah, just started getting some good results. So yeah, really happy with the season as a whole.
No, there you go, mate. It's been definitely it's been good to watch you as well, and definitely good to watch the improvement as well
Thank
come
you.
from you, and finally getting that P1, that podium, and the microphone working. That is definitely an achievement, mate. If you ask me. There you go, my mate. There you go. All right,
Can
then, buddy.
Can I just give
Go
a
on.
quick shout out to my
No,
kids?
I was just going to say
Kids.
before we let you go, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Or say
Yeah,
thank you?
definitely.
Go on, give them a shout out. Go on.
Big shout out to Thomas and Alice. Thomas watches this, so hi, Tom. Thanks for supporting me, and Valeria for the shout outs. And she just brought me up a glass of Prosecco as well, so enjoy that.
Oh, I love
there
it.
you
Got
go.
the winners, got the winners champers.
The winning champers. He's throwing it all around the room right now. I can just see it. But no, there you go. And hello to the kids as well. Hello to Tom and Valeria. There you go. Chris, look, it's good to speak to you finally, buddy. But we are going to let you go, my mate. So congratulations on that one, and we should definitely try and catch you on the next one. All right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Goodbye, Chris. You have a good one.
Cheers.
All right then. Look, Jimmy, I wasn't gonna, but we're gonna squeeze in one more because I absolutely love speaking to him, and I know who you know I'm on about. Casper, get yourself in here. How are you doing, mate?
Been interesting.
It's been interesting. No, well, you had an interesting one out there, mate. And look, you did the one thing we like to see more than anything. You started the race and you finished the race. We'd love to see you guys stay out there no matter what happens, and you always do it, buddy. How did you quit? In a few words, how did you find it?
It definitely interesting, and it's a hard track to learn, being about 8 minutes long. But it was really fun to drive, because it's a track that you've always heard about. Like as soon as you become a racing fan, you know about the Nurburgring. So actually getting to drive it in a race was pretty fun.
There you go, my mate. And I completely agree with you. The Nurburgring is one that everybody knows. So it's great to definitely get around there and to do the full hour, no matter what happens. Casper, we had to bring you in here real quick, mate, because we always love speaking to you. And we don't get to speak to you as much as we want to. So that's why we brought you in for the finale, mate. But look, like everybody else, we're not going to keep you for too long. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to or say thank you to before we let you go for this season?
Yeah, well, shout out to everyone in Tanzo and the sponsors for making it possible. Also to two of my friends Patrick and Casper for watching the races that I've been in, and at the end a big sorry to Ryan Clark, and I'm assuming Matthew Massey got a shock of a lifetime.
Yeah, well, you go and speak to them boys about that one, mate. We'll have a look at that one. What's been spoken about a little bit later. Casper, always good to speak to you, my man. All right.
Yep.
You have a good one. We'll see you on the next one, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
See you later, mate. See you later. Jimmy, I'm sure you'll agree that was a phenomenal race to see out that season, wasn't it, my mate?
It really, really was. I think, yeah, we couldn't have asked for more out of a track like this, and yeah, you'd love to see it.
We really couldn't, Jimmy, but it is now sadly that time. I'm going to have to call the checkered flag here at the Nurburgring in Germany. And it's about the checkered flag from us here at Trackside. Jimmy, have you got any final words to see us out this season?
Yep, thank you, Gaz, for another great race to round off a lovely Monday evening. But before we go, we just want to thank our sponsors, Spectra Racing, Clark St. James Motorsports, and Murby Goes, and to the Tanzo Racing Group as well for hosting us this season. Literally from lights out to checkered flag, like everyone here has put on such a good show for us, and they've performed their best, and it has been incredible to watch. I mean, one thing we've talked about previously is just seeing how the drivers develop over a season, getting better, getting quicker, driving around other people, and it's just amazing to see the development of the drivers across a whole range of different tracks, because some tracks like Monza all the way through to Nurburgring require such different skill sets, and you love to see it. So thank you to everyone at home, and yeah, thank you to everyone at home for watching, and to all the drivers out here tonight and across this whole season. Yeah, thank you for watching, and make sure to follow Trackside Broadcasting so you don't miss another race. And yeah, thank you very much. Good night.
Void.